What is good? Welcome back to the channel. So, before we jump into the topic, my longest flights and how I've gotten used to them, I would like to bring up that I just realized recently, my past couple videos, I've been recording with a shirt on. And my whole goal for the channel was to record without a shirt. Mainly because I just didn't want to figure out or put in what kind of shirt. I'm insecure like this. I don't want to wear the same shirt. Man, people be like, damn, he's been wearing this shirt for months. You know, that's not what I want. So I'm like, hey, let me just stay shirtless, and that way the message gets across rather than what I'm wearing for the day. I'm pretty sure that's not a big deal, But yeah, so back to the main topic. My longest flight, so I'm flying all the time. I'm basically a digital nomad. I mean, I'm kind of settled in for right now, just in this general area, so I can do my content. I have a home base for my content. That's the biggest thing, because I don't want to travel over here if I'm only there for 2 weeks and then bring all my equipment, and then that's going to be extra luggage, and then it's like, it just doesn't make any sense. So, but yeah, my longest flights, I think my longest flight is really probably 26, a little over a day of just flying. And, I'm just kind of used to them at this point. I try not to think about it too much. I know some people, they're on the tablets or the screens in the front of the back of the seat. They're watching the flight time or how much flight time is remaining. And they're just watching the globe and they're just looking, and I'm just like, how do you do that? Like, the joint says, even if it says 2 hours left, that's still like, why would I even, you know what I mean? It's pointless. I used to do that as a kid, and it just makes time goes longer, and I'm like, I gotta distract myself. So that's the best, number one, that's the best way you can get over a flight, is just a long flight, is by distracting yourself. But even before that, I'll tell you what I do specifically. I usually, what do I do? Music. If I'm awake, and I try to, I know ahead of time how long the flight is gonna be. So if I know it's gonna be early in the morning, or even if it's the middle of the day, I'm gonna try to save up my sleep for the flight, so I can just crash as soon as we're in the air. You know what I mean? That is what I aim for. But if I can't go to sleep, or if I slept on a previous flight, I usually try to get music going. Well, I don't try, I do. And yeah, sorry about that. I usually have a playlist, and it goes for hours, and it's all songs that I have on repeat, so I never get old. I never get old of them. I can listen to them for days and days on end, and then I'm constantly updating my playlist. So if a song does get old, I get rid of it. If there's a new song added, it's there. Yeah, so that's another topic for another video. But music is definitely something, it doesn't matter. I can sleep through the most heaviest music if it's fast-paced aggression, if it's hip-hop or EDM, if it's whatever it is. I'm usually blasting it because there's some baby crying somewhere, or I don't know, someone snoring, or just noises you just don't want to hear. So I would rather have headphones over, what do you call those, ear cushions or whatever. All right, so that's what I do. if say phone dies or anything, and I'm just stuck there and I'm wide awake, I can't go to sleep. Use the tablets. Of course, you get if you have your own wired earbuds, you can bring it, but they usually provide it on the plane. And then, yeah, just what I do is I don't watch too many movies. I play the games. So casino games, even though I stopped gambling, I want to say a few months ago. But I mean, it's just, that's another topic for another video on why I stopped. Damn, bangers. I'm gonna say this, so casino, and also, what was the other one? I'm gonna play the video back. Oh, the music playlist. Okay, cool. All right, we got 2 new video ideas, great. So, yeah, play the games. And I'd honestly, if I do get tired of the games, because there's only select few. Oh, and by the games I play the little Pong, the block. You break the blocks. That gets annoying though. Even though the multiple balls and you try to break the blocks that way, honestly, that gets old as well. Let's see what else. Okay, so if the games get old, then I switch over to TV shows. Usually I prefer TV shows over movies. So it's not a drag. I really don't watch movies. The only time I watch movies is if I'm with, a female and they suggest, Netflix or something. So that's really it. I don't watch movies on my spare time unless it's something I really, really want to see, which I don't know. I'm not really into movies like that. So yeah, TV shows, and yeah, that's about it. I honestly, when it comes to drinks, I always eat. If it's a flight, I try not to eat at the airport if I know I'm gonna eat on a plane. Kind of cheap, but hey. But I mean, honestly, I do eat at the airport. I'm lying. So I'm always full, so it kind of helps me back to the itis. I fall asleep because I'm so full. So always try to get something in your stomach. When it comes to drinks, because I have allergies, I can't drink alcohol on the plane because it makes me dehydrated, and then I start having these episodes, and it's not fun at all. Because when you're already kind of blocked, and then you have something to just dehydrate you, plus the air isn't as, I think it's the pressure, whatever the air pressure is, it's a bad combination. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. It's just, don't do that if you have chronic sinusitis, or anything like that. Don't do it. And this is a bonus. I haven't experienced it yet, but if there's anyone that's willing to participate, try to get a nut off. I'd say that's the best way. What's the fly high crew or whatever? That's definitely on my bucket list. I know I'm gonna get it. The question is who is the lucky individual that will join the I know, is it called a fly high? Some club. I don't know. I want to look it up. If you know what it is, comment it. Just in case I don't find it, and comment first. But yeah, if anyone's willing, let's do it. But we have to make sure we are prepared, because there's a lot of laws. Honestly, I'd probably just wait till I get a private jet or something, because doing it in the bathroom, and then there's just flight attendants walking around listening, And it's already shady. You see two of the opposite genders going at the same time, especially if they're mixed race. You know what I mean? It's just, all right, what's going on? There's already people that have been exposed for doing that. I remember this one video where a guy was like, he was getting it, and then the door flew open. I think the attendant opened it, and then he was mid-stroke. But yeah, that's it. We hit the 10-minute mark, and yeah, that's how I do this, man. That's how I do this. So, peace.